society's putting that pressure on you, and it's a shame that a lot of people succumb to that.
I mean, we're talking just, I mean, I know we're talking about marriages, but I think even in relationships, like people have been like, how's your love life? I'd be like, don't ask me that damn question, please. It is so annoying. But
You know,
you know,
sorry. You know
go
the one
ahead.
thing where Nigerians do, they'll be like when they like married women, when they see their single unmarried friends, they'll be like, "Oh, we're praying for you. Don't worry." And that's just so uncomfortable. Like, how do you know she wants to get married anyway?
Right.
What
Wait a minute.
and we're getting to a point where, from what I know, a lot of women don't want to get married. They want companions. So just like men. And you can understand, because if it doesn't work out, all the stuff you have to go through with a divorce and everything is just too much.
I don't know. I kind of have a different viewpoint than a lot of y'all, and I don't want to say it's an age thing. I just think it's one of the ones where it's how you view relationships, right? I think that there's a few things I want to touch on, but one thing I said: if you're not dating to be married, then like, what's the point? Like, I just don't understand the point. Like, if that's not the end goal, then y'all just being physical. To completely invest into someone and have not that level of commitment and that level of companionship, because it's not, trust me, you can be a companion, but when you have someone that's you're going to be your companion forever and they've told you that and they're displaying that through their actions, then that's a whole different level of commitment to you. Like, that's why there's a difference between a girlfriend and a wife. If it was all the same, we just call her a lady. No, there's levels to it, and I'm making a commitment to you not only by telling you this and telling the world this and telling everybody who sees me, like, oh, you see this? This ain't no game. Move, 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 move. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm making a commitment visually, and to you on top of that. So I think if marriage isn't the goal, then you're really just wasting your time at the end of the day. And majority of human nature are monogamous creatures, right? So we want to find our partner. Now, what that looks like, it could be different, right? But at the end of the day, we don't want to be sharing 5 different beds. We like that one bed. And especially as men, we don't even operate in that way, in that sense. Most men will be miserable, as you want to call it, right? But be still completely happy that they don't have to deal with some other shit. Like, I'd rather be miserable with my one person than miserable with 5 people. I mean, I don't know about you, like that. As I've gotten older, I mean, had my fun when I was younger, of course, but now that I've gotten older, being miserable with 5 different people is terrible. Like, that's worse. Like, who wants to do that? So I don't get the where the fun is with that anymore. You know what I'm saying?
You could be happy with one person. Why do you have to be miserable with one person?
Because if you look at the definition of psychology and love, right, your love comes from the pain, right? If you can't be through the pain with somebody, if they're not willing to open up to you at their most vulnerable state, that's where the true connections and bonding comes from. You think about any type of organization, any major grouping of people, right? Their love for each other comes from their pain. You think about, African American people, right? Africans born in America.
You're saying the love that we had, that we bond as a people, is through our trauma?
Exactly. Through our pain. Trauma and pain are 2 different things. Because you can trauma bond with somebody, it's different than you going through pain. Right. So my struggle with someone makes me appreciate them and value them more. That's why I can. That's why I can never.
Talking about the journey of the struggle. Are you talking about? Is that what you're trying to say? You're trying to say the journey.
Exactly.
Okay. Exactly. I was like, wait. You talking about people like wait?
No. So we're not talking about trauma, right? You're not saying, hey, we both had faced this deep dark trauma, and we're gonna bond because of that. No, that's saying that. There's no journey that's better than the one that went from nothing to something.
Okay.
So let me ask you a question. Please, can I ask you a question? Let's backtrack.
Yes, sir.
You said humans are monogamous by nature.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you get that research from? And can I? Because we're not. What makes us monogamous is discipline and commitment.
In society, is the American construct make us monogamous?
No, so
another show.
so poly relationships from human nature is based off of power and access to resource. So we're as humans have evolved, right? We weren't just saying, okay, every guy gets 5 girls and every girl is going to be a wife to another guy, right? We're not all sharing, that, right? What had happened, what normally
I'm gonna see where
happens.
you're going with this, Henry. But let's wrap it. Go ahead.
Yeah, there was actually.
I'm like,
no. What I'm saying is, like, so if we're talking about like the goal, like the back in the day, way back in the day, right, where we think that men had 5 different wives and that was normal, amongst that type of society.
Right.
Now as we have evolved, right, most people pair together and they stick with each other because that's what's number one, the most safest thing for both of them to do, and it makes the most economic sense in how to divvy out resources.
Let me put
that'll be another show. Okay.
Let me put a pin in it right now for a second, because I feel like not putting a pin in it, but I want to pause for a second because I know Tanera had a question. I'm sure Maria and Malcolm had a question. I think. So my thing is, it's just like, I think in an ideal, and when we talk about Black culture, it's an ideal that we want to be in this pairing bond, go through struggle so we can get to the mountaintop idea. I don't necessarily know if that's what's actually happening, because us staying together, we stay together. I don't know how long we stay. We actually are able to get to the other side of the mountain all the time. And I mean, when I hear what you're saying, I understand what you're saying, because I do agree. In our ideal sense, we do want to be in monogamous relationships. I think, especially in this country as we live. But I'm just like, I think it's all the others. It's the underbelly of what's not happening to keep us together. Go ahead, Olu.
So if the concept of marriage let's just say it was based on the Bible doesn't promote monogamous relationships. The Bible promotes man having multiple wives. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's natural for men, and it's a shame that men and society have to suppress women to say you just got to be with one man. But to be honest with you, I don't think we're monogamous by nature, but we can be through discipline and commitment. So when you're committed to somebody, you understand, like, and when you meet somebody, you understand, like, okay, it's just going to be the both of us. Don't step out. Don't do this. Don't do that. It's just going to be me and you. Then that's when you commit to be monogamous. But I think it takes an extra step. I don't think we're naturally monogamous.
So I want to say something too. So in terms of statistics, right? And these are not from, I just pulled some stats from Black demographics. 30% of Black people are married or have been married. 33% of Black men have been married. Are married. 27% of Black women have been married. Out of those, 10% of Black men are divorced. 13% of Black women are divorced. 8% are widowed. 48% of Black women have never been married. 52% of Black men have never been married. Now, this doesn't give us by age, but that's just something to throw into the conversation.
Exactly.
Thank you for the stats.
That's for the stats.
Google's a wonderful thing.
Yeah. I think out on this panel, 2 people have been married out of the 6.
I would say that marriage for men is a choice, though.
Marriage for women is a choice as well.
Go ahead, Tanera. Wait. Go ahead.
Well, in a sense of
how
Tanera.
Go
ahead. You're right.
Yeah, you dropping too many nuggets. We got to backtrack on you a little bit.
Okay.
So first, Henry said, if your goal is in marriage, you're wasting your time. I do think that's a little bit of ageism. I think when I wanted to have kids and I was thinking of a partner to raise my kids, and the consistency in the household of what I wanted that to look like, then yes, I was probably, I got married young, but it was important to me. At this age, my kids are pretty much out of the house, And I think I can have a lifetime partner where every morning or every day we choose one another and we decide if we're going to be faithful and we're going to be there. And it's a committed relationship. And the day one of us decide that we don't want to, we don't have to fill out paperwork and get attorneys and divide this and divide that. I think it can be equally fruitful since I've had both scenarios. That was one thing you said a long time ago.